Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday or Thursday, depending on where you are on that date line. Here we go. Yeah, a lot of light going on. It's still coming in. Yay, us. So, before I get to that, big welcome to all of our new subscribers. Thank you so much for dropping in the comments. I saw someone's keeping the love train vibe going. Yes, our love train is growing. I think we've exceeded 40 nations globally. So we love having all of you. Special shout out to these came in the last 12 to 14 hours. So we have welcome Seattle, San Antonio, Texas. An Earth Angel from San Antonio. We welcome all Earth Angels here. Thank you for being here. Australia, Wagram, North Carolina, Ontario, Canada, and Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And then one more from Arkansas. So welcome to all of you. We're so happy you're here shining your light. And wow, things are about to get really interesting. So we've got the solstice coming. So the solstice energy, which is an energy portal, is open. And this is all great for receiving energy. And so a couple of things today. I'm going to do a quick run on the Schumann because it's a lot of the same with a couple of updates. But so I got a download and they had me make another diagram. And this one's really cool because I'm going to talk about parallel realities. And I recently had an experience with this, so they wanted me to share it. And I think this is a good starter kit for introducing you to the concept of multidimensional living. Okay, so you know the drill. Let me get my melon out of the way. We'll talk about the Schumann and get to my new and exciting graphic. Okay, so here we go. So this was taken at 1:30 p.m. Pacific time. So this was about 3 hours ago. You can see we're still getting these, like, this is high frequency. You can see the brighter the white, the higher the frequency. This is a full body. And what's really interesting in these is these lines that come all the way down, you see them, that's that stitching pattern. So what we're getting here is a combination of a blast of light. These are focused in the upper chakras, which I'll show you on the next chart. So this is all that crown, that third eye, which makes a lot of sense because what happens when we have these solstice and the portals will open, it's ideal time to help others awaken. So yeah, good times ahead. Now, how does this feel? Now we are in a point now in the ascension process where they're really purging deep. And even though this is focusing on the upper chakras, you may, like today for a couple hours, my solar plexus were, let's just say, they were misbehaving. And I was like, what's going on? Who's hanging out? You have my permission to go. Off you go. Give me my stomach back. So you could feel it anywhere. And there's, but the biggest amount of, shall we call them ascension symptoms that I'm still hearing about is things dealing with relationships with family. And that makes sense because those first two chakras are the densest. Now, here's the good news. When we purge those dense ones, what it does is it allows energy to flow. Ooh, and my crown is shaking when I said that. They like when I share chakra stuff. So, so when those dense chakras, which is the first and second, are open and cleared and flowing, it allows energy to flow more freely into the rest. So this makes sense. So this can mean gifts coming online. And I see many of you saying, oh my gosh, all of a sudden I realize I can heal. So very cool stuff. So now we're getting we're getting some toys to play with now, which makes this, this washing machine adventure we've been on a little more fun, right? So 1 second, I'm going to switch to the chakra chart and then I'll share my new graphic with you and my story that goes along with it. And it's a cool example of 5D living. Okay, I'm going to duck out of the way here so this was that yesterday, that big bolt of light. I guess it was a bolt of light. That came in. So this is today, and you can see here these punches. So that's going to be, these are the upper chakras, and you can see that these guys are little, like there's a little boop down here in the root, a little boop over here. Give the sacral a little boop because these guys worked hard a few days ago. I think they got the day off. So instead, this could be pressure in the head, throat. Definitely, I was clearing my throat today. So these two, just so you know, represent the crown and the third eye. And then here we've got, this can be opening the throat and that heart. we're becoming heart-centered, so we got to give attention to that heart there. So I'm gonna switch again, and then we will talk about parallel dimensions. Okay, here we go. My latest my creation. Oh my, see, the language is going to, what can I tell you? Maybe I'm not stabilized yet. Who knows? So, um, I'm going to share a story and I'm going to incorporate this. My guides gave me this as an image. I could like see it clearly. And now I already have an understanding of this, but I wanted to show is that so within each dimension, right? We've transcended. I didn't mark 4D because that was basically a transitional dimension, but I just kind of skipped a few here, went 5D and 7D. But one thing that I wanted to show here, and now this is only a part of dealing with parallel realities, is that within the 3D, we have multiple parallel realities. Within the 5D, we have multiple parallel realities. So we can actually level up within a particular dimension. So hope that makes sense. Now, so I had a really cool example of this, and I've got to read a note. So I own a property in Cabo San Lucas. And so I got a text the other day and from a tenant and said, hi, Patty, I am so sorry. I have really bad news. The stove is not working at all. Sorry for the bad news. Well, I looked at that. First of all, it's odd because normally he would send that to the property manager, but I thought, oh, it came to me. It's mine. So now I know. I had absolutely no emotional reaction to I've got bad news. I went, that's interesting. This is due to the work. This is when we say that we're shifting our reaction and so immediately I realized he's here. He's here, maybe 2D, right? But he's here because I could tell by the language, bad news, bad news, bad news, bad news. Well, I'm over here in my happy land. And I just said, thanks for reaching out. Whatever it is, we'll get to the bottom of it. Have you checked the circuit breaker? Yes, I did. He said, stove is not working at all. I said, gotcha. I said, give me a few minutes. We'll get to the bottom of this. I still stayed here. This is the key. Now, in this moment, I could have done what I call shit the 3D bed. I could have gone, oh no, now I need, oh my God, I probably have to buy a new stove. Oh my God, that's the 3D, right? What do we do when our shit breaks? We shit the 3D bed, not in 5D. No, we stay in love and light. And I sat there for a few minutes and I was like, oh, this is cool. I had no emotional reaction to this. I'm going to stay in my power. This is what we call holding space. Keep your space here. And within a few minutes, I got another text. He said, it may be operator error. And I was like, operator error. And I said, it's an induction stove. You don't just turn it on. You have to put the pan on it and it makes contact and then it heats. So the burner doesn't just turn on. It has to make contact with the heat. And didn't hear anything. And then he wrote, bingo, it was operator error. Within 5 minutes of bad news, bad news, bad news. Now, here's the kicker, gang. I know you're thinking like, so what? Here's the kicker. He's been in there for 6 months using the stove. I didn't drop. This is a perfect example of when we say miracles and magic are the norm in the 5D, you have to choose it though. You have to choose to stay in your power, and language like that, believe me, 2 years ago, I would have been like, oh gosh, why didn't he just go to call the property manager? I don't want to hear about it, right? We want to get it fixed, but it would have been something that would have gotten me going, oh no. And then instead I was like, oh wait, that's his perception. Here's the, the purpose of the story. So we will be continuing to deal with others who have not yet awakened, whose perception is still in the 3D. You can maintain your vibration here, and whatever the perceived situation was can change without you doing a thing. And I just knew I was guided, just sit for a minute with this, and it resolved itself. So I know, sorry if you were hoping for a more exciting story other than a potentially broken stove that's no, not broken, it was user error. But isn't it funny that after 6 months of using it, he lives there by himself, that all of a sudden he forgot how to use it. I don't care how or why it gets resolved. This is the point. I wanted a favorable outcome and I held my vibration and it happened. So that's an example of, and I wanted to incorporate this here so that you could see that when situations come up, are you giving your power away? Giving your power away means, oh no, I'm going to go into worry, suffer, whatever, and pick your, pick your adjective. None of those. Stay here. Stay in love and light. Show me a solution. Show me a graceful solution. I always say, what would ease do? What would ease do here? And so practice, this is perfect. Practice with everyday situations. And it becomes, you'll see that words on a page or words in a text or even a phone call, if someone calls me and they're all exasperated, I immediately go, okay, come on, bring in light and love to me. Bring the light, love and light into me and hold a space. So that's what I got for you today. Again, welcome to all of our new subscribers. Right now, there is so much happening. I have a feeling we're going to have some strong, strong, strong energies coming in. I can feel it. It's almost like now we can anticipate it. Oh, that's another cool thing in the 5D. When we're manifesting, we're going to be able to, on one of these levels, sense that the creation is coming into form. What? Yep. Lots to talk about in these parallel realities. And I wanted to bring this up because there's several of you who've had some experiences with this. And so we'll start piecing together this parallel reality puzzle. But essentially what happens is if you're trying to manifest something and you're here, right? What you need to do is become the version of you. So by the way, 5Ds, pure love. Wellness is assured, abundance is assured, all your needs are met, everything is assured. So your job isn't to struggle to learn how to survive. Your job here, your only job is to have fun and create. And the rest comes in. Now, I know that's a big concept for the noodle. Don't get in the noodle on this one. The noodle will try to talk you out of it. But essentially what happens though is you are aligning yourself. So say you are here, say you're in the 4D, right? And you're still in the transition process, fine, of ascension. That's okay. But you can access any of these. You can access your 5D and align yourself with the energetics of this version of you, because that's the version of you that already has it. So I'll leave you with that. I know I shouldn't be getting into heavy conversations when we're all getting thrown around the washing machine, but I had a window today where I felt great. So I thought I'd come in here and share that with you guys. And keep sharing, keep liking and sharing it with those whom you think are ready to hear it. You'll know if they're not ready to hear it because they'll tell you you're batshit crazy, and that's okay. Say, thank you. I love you. We love you. We have compassion for all. We're all on it, just in different phases. So keep that in mind. Have compassion. Try not to get frustrated with those around you. For many of us, there's a lot around us that are not awakened yet and still like, not being able to process all these emotions and things that are coming up. So they definitely get our compassion and our love. We're all in this together, whether consciously or not. We're all here for each other. So I love all of you. Let's keep the love train rolling. And if anybody's new, let us know where you're from. And I will probably see you guys tomorrow because we were getting a lot of action these days. See ya.